Good morning, everyone. My name is Sam.
I'm Skyler. I'm Ryan.
And today we're going to be pitching FastTrack. FastTrack is a revamped navigational system created by the three of us that's designed to improve the fan experience at the Indiana State Fairgrounds and more specifically the Farm Bureau Fall Creek Pavilion. And so during our time observing the track and field facility, we noticed that there was one glaring question. Where is the track and field? And that's a real problem. Let's take the Miller family, for example. They're really excited to go to the track and field meet because their son's competing in it, but the issue is they don't really know where it is after they park. And they step out of the car and it's just a wave of uncertainty. They have to look all around the parking lot. They end up going at the entrance to the parking lot. They just have to play it by ear, and they really shouldn't have to do that. And it's not just the Miller family, it's every family. And here's another example. There are signs, but the sign here is very wordy and it's very hard to read. It's also very small and there's not really any arrows or anything pointing in the direction of, oh, this is where you go for the track. And also it's very small, so you have two guys there. It's very crowded there, so it's really hard for them to read it at the same time. Just imagine if all four of the Miller family members were there. They'd have a really hard time reading it. And this is also a problem when you have people all walking to the track facility. You know, you need something that you can just look at for a second and just know that this is where you go. But this you have to look at for at least like 10 seconds, and that really takes away from the fan experience. And I'll turn it over to Ryan.
Thank you, Sam. So why does this problem matter? It's not just the confusion that is caused that creates the experience. It's the entire journey from where you enter the parking lot until where you get inside Fall Creek Pavilion. It's super important. It makes sense that fans miss events. Poor navigation, getting into the venue, trying to find where you're supposed to park, find where to get into the venue, go through the tunnel. It takes time, and it takes confusion, and people get lost, which can force fans to miss events. Take the Miller family. If they went to a game, or if they went to a track and field event, and they got there late, a little bit late due to some family issues, and they have to navigate through the fairgrounds, they have to navigate through the tunnel, and they have to navigate to the Fall Creek Pavilion. It forces them to choose on what events they're going to miss. It forces them into stress and confusion also. Fans missing events isn't a good thing. It's a thing where it causes stress and confusion between the fans. Along with that, going off what Sam said, the two men standing there watching it causes congestion and blocking. When fans are standing around, that sign was right outside the tunnel to get into the main area where like Conseco Fieldhouse is, or the Fieldhouse is. It forces people to stand around there and look at a sign and causes people to be backed up into the tunnel and forces people to be frustrated with that they can't get around, they can't see the map and stuff like that. This is why we introduced FastTrack. FastTrack is a 4-step navigational system that comes with color-coded ground paths, clear directional signage, easy-to-follow routes, and then intuitive wayfinding markers. So first to explain is going to be color-coded ground paths. These are going to be actually physical on the ground, so if you look down, you're easily able to follow the color-coded ground path that'll be towards a building. This will be also followed up with clear directional signage. The clear directional signage and the color-coded ground paths will be similar together in matching colors. Take for the photo an example, the swine barn. The swine barn is a green sign, and so that means it'll be a green ground path. So it's easy to follow, just follow the line, follow the signage, and it's simple as that. Easy to follow routes. This is the best route to take. So it's not necessarily having to go around through different parking lots and many different things. It's the best and easiest access from point A to point B. So that'll be introduced when you are creating the lines on where to put them as the easiest accessible lines. Intuitive wayfinding markers. These are important because some people are colorblind and they have visibility issues. So this is where, on the photo, you can see the green pig. The pig is going to be attached to the sign and also attached to the color-coded ground path. This will allow fans that are colorblind to be able to easily follow the sign and also follow the ground path together. Once fans get inside the venue, it turns from a physical navigation system into a digital one. We'll be introducing a double-sided dual dashboard that'll have where fans can find the events that are happening in schedule results, see live and team results, locate food locations and concessions, and then find available seating and restroom locations. Going a little bit more in depth into the dashboard, we'll have 4 of the main key features that'll be highlighted. Navigation, event schedule and timing, easy food ordering, and then fun interactive features. First up is navigation. Let's take the Miller family for example. When they walk through the door, they don't know where to find the pole vault event, which is where their son's competing event. They can walk up to the dashboard, click the map, click the pole vault event, and it'll give them easy directional guidance towards to where they go to sit for the best view and where they'll be watching from. Event schedule. Instead, if you walked into a venue, like every single time I went to go watch a track meet, I never got an event schedule. A white piece of paper that says what time everything's at. This is easily accessible without having to ask someone, without having to go up to the front, and without having to navigate towards getting one. The Miller family can easily walk up, click the event schedule, and it'll highlight all the times and events that are happening through the day. And if the event has concluded, it'll be highlighted that you can easily click it and see the team and individual results. Food ordering. Many people don't want to wait in a busy line to order food. Then they'd be picking and choosing what to go to, which event to miss, and which event to get food at. The Miller family has 10 minutes until their son's at pole vault event. The son is really wanting a hot dog. They have to choose either to get the son a hot dog or hopefully not miss the event, but it's always possible. So with the easy food catering, they can order it on the dashboard or through the QR code that'll be displayed, which I'll talk about in a second. And they'll get a text when the food is ready, and then they can go pick it up and go back to the seat without having to miss any events. And then fun interactive features. Fun interactive features are super important for a family going to a track and field event. Families are able to take funny selfies and filters using the dashboard that'll allow families to commemorate the experience that they had throughout the track and field event or the weekend. Going back to the QR code, the dashboard will be figured with a QR code scanner that fans, if someone's already at the dashboard, they can scan the QR code, it'll pull up a website on the app, and it'll have the key features, such as the event schedule, the map, and the food ordering. And I'll throw it over to Skylar.
Thank you, Ryan. So to bring FastTrack to life, we will implement it in 4 key steps. Step 1, facility operations. So organizers will map out key decision points. Key decision points like tunnels, pathways, entrances, and parking lots. From there, we will install the color-coded pathways that will help guide fans step by step from arrival to destination. To do that, we will partner with Beyond Makers. So Beyond Makers is a local woodworking company that's based here in Indianapolis. They specialize in durable, functional, and aesthetically pleasing signage. Step 2, inside the venue. Once inside the venue, we will implement our dual-sided interactive dashboard stations. These stations not only allow they allow fans to be able to see current schedules and current events, but they will also be able to navigate inside of the venue. With that's either finding the concessions or finding where their seats at. To do this, we will partner with MWE. MWE is a company that specializes in dual board interactive dashboard systems. They offer indoor and outdoor commercial displays, and they specialize in visible, durable, and are made to be put in high traffic areas. Step 3 is staffing and operations. So the staff will be well-trained and navigation ambassadors who will support our system. They will be backed by an operation team that not only ensures that the system is active and up to date with current schedules. Step 4 is marketing and fan adoption. So the fans will find out about FastTrack through simple messaging, through confirmation emails, or digital ticketing with simple messages like follow the color-coded symbols/paths. So some benefits of FastTrack are there are 3 main key benefits. The first one is simply faster navigation. So the color-coded paths will guide fans directly to the parking lot to the entrance of the venue. And then the next one is less confusion. So clear signage and intuitive wayfinding eliminates guesswork for fans. And then we have the better fan experience. So simply Stress-free navigation lets fans focus on what they came there to see, aka their kid for track and field. FastTrack is more than just navigation. It's about creating an experience for fans to spend less time searching and more time experiencing. FastTrack takes an overwhelming and complex environment and turns it into something smooth, easy, and simple. When navigation is seamless, fans spend less time searching and more time experiencing. Thank you.